What is up, my spooky sluts? It is once again that time of year, Halloween hunting, which is actually crazy because, like, no, it is not that time of year. It is May. I mean, by the time you're going to be seeing this, it's going to be June. But it's May. Why is there already Halloween stuff out in May? And don't get me wrong, I am a spooky Halloween bitch. I am here for it. But that's just a little excessive, you know? Because, like, if you've been around on my channel for a while, you'll know in just about every Halloween hunting video I do, like, we discuss the problem that is, like, the earlier and earlier that Halloween products get put out and how that results in, like, most stores not having any by time October rolls around. So I can only imagine how much worse that problem's gonna be with it that much earlier, because I think the earliest I've ever seen it before is like maybe the last week of June, first week of July. So I went ahead, after seeing all these code oranges online, I went to check out a few different locations myself where we did in fact get our own code oranges. So I definitely have some Halloween stuff to share with you. I do want to kind of preface the series for the year by saying that, like, I am personally kind of very disillusioned with consumerism right now. I feel like a lot of us are, but I'm just so honestly sick of the overproduction, everybody copying each other's designs, everything being sourced from bad quality places and very unethical places. Like, I'm just so over it. And I'm really just not super into stuff right now, so I'm not going to be having like a massive Halloween haul this year or anything. I'm really trying to buy like bare minimum stuff this year. I definitely want to get like a full kind of human-sized skeleton to keep in the passenger side for these Halloween hunting videos. I've wanted one for years and I've never actually shelled out the money. So we are on the hunt for one of those this year. I have not acquired yet. So that is a planned purchase. And I'm also going to try to purchase as many props as I can this year from like Spirit Halloween and places like that for video and film production purposes. But we're not going to have a specific Halloween haul video this year. So anything I do get, I will just mention specifically in these videos. So I do have one purchase for this video that we'll see later. But I digress. May Halloween hunting. I went out on May 30th, which is the second to last day of May. So like, it just barely counts as May Halloween hunting, but we are doing it. For context, I am based out of Southern California, so all of the different locations that I go to are centered around there, and more specifically, typically San Diego County adjacent. So the first stop I made was to Michael's in Poway. And technically, Michael's does not officially have any Halloween products out, but one of their spring collections that they released was actually pretty on par with some of their Halloween collections. So I went to check that out and see if they still had it, which they did have the last remaining remnants of their Nevermore collection, which is very kind of Victorian, pastel goth, almost kind of coquette vibed. So we did get to see the remnants of that on sale, of course. Honestly, when did Michael's turn into one of those stores where like everything was just always on sale? So like genuinely never pay full price for anything at Michael's, because it'll either like have a massive coupon or just a sale. And if it's not happening the day you're there, like go the next day. Like I swear almost every time I'm at Michael's, and especially like the Halloween stuff, even when it's on season, it's always like 40% off or some shit like that. So never pay full price, because they are way overpriced anyways for like increasingly decreased quality. So like never pay full price for anything at Michael's. But with that shade, I did actually get this little ceramic hand. I was super into. It doesn't come with the bracelet, so the little ceramic hand that you can see in the footage, There was like a couple of them just like strewn on the bottom. They almost look kind of like spiders. I fell in love. And I had technically seen this online before. This was actually one of the only pieces of the collection that I was actually into. I was mostly unimpressed by the collection personally, but to each his own. My mom saw it because she was out Halloween hunting with me, and she absolutely adored like a lot of the pieces. So could just be a preference in style, or the fact that like I've seen a lot of similar stuff, whereas my mom is not, you know, up on the alternative Halloween decor like I am. But I did get this little guy with the intent of like, I'm not even going to use it specifically as Halloween decor. He's just going to be like a little year-long piece. He definitely reminds me of like the hand from like Idle Hands or the Addams Family, which, fun fact, same actor. There's one guy who really has the hand acting cornered. But no, I specifically got this to be a bracelet display for a screen-used bracelet that I have from the movie Charlie Bartlett. I don't have that pulled out. It is currently packed away, so I did kind of just throw this little bracelet on. And it is so fun, like this just little friendship bracelet. Which is a reference to the horror movie that I'm going to be in, so it's fine if nobody understands it, because you shouldn't. I do quite like the idea, just like the little like candy bead bracelet on it though, so I might actually keep it as is and find something else for the Charlie Bartlett bracelet. But anyways, that was what we got from Michael's, and that is the only purchase I have made so far. Because again, I'm really trying not to purchase a lot of anything this year. Next up, we popped over to Joann's, which I feel like Joann's is never like the first place I think of to go Halloween hunting anyways. Maybe just because like in my kind of area, it's like there's never a convenient one to go to. So I did go to the one in Poway, but it's on a completely opposite end of the town as like the Michael's is. It's kind of far out of the way for where I typically frequent in that town. So I never tend to go there unless I'm specifically looking for fabric, but that is where I saw the first Code Orange online. And they have in fact put out their first Halloween collection. It's kind of very, you know, celestial, zodiac, spell booky kind of wannabe alternative kind of vibe. Very kind of fast fashion alternative. So like kind of similar to Killstar stuff or like Urban Outfitters. Definitely like stuff we have seen before and stuff that I personally am not particularly impressed by. But again, to each their own. A lot of people are super into this type of aesthetic, so I totally get if that's what you're into. I was not personally impressed by anything. I mean, like the moon-shaped mirrors were cute, but I've been seeing those for like a decade. Those aren't a new or original concept at all. And quite frankly, pretty overpriced for what I've seen in the past. But again, like this collection just came out and it's already also 40% off. So like, literally just don't pay full price for anything. Quite frankly, I'm surprised that they're like still open. Like last I heard, Joann's was filing for bankruptcy and was supposed to like go out of business. But apparently they just like file and now they're like fine again. However, I did not see any Halloweenish fabrics or anything just yet. So if that's what you're looking for, not quite out yet, but they do have their actual home decor collection out. And then lastly, we went to At Home, because what would a Halloween hunting video be without At Home? Like, I'm actually surprised that Joann seems to have put their collection out before At Home, because typically At Home is the earliest kind of, what word am I looking for? Offender. That's the word I'm looking for. At Home typically seems to be the earliest offender of putting out Halloween decor. And it is very funny because I have been getting a ton of ads on Instagram and online of their like upcoming Halloween collections. They're like, oh, Halloween season, like spooky season's coming up. And, you know, there's like fun little like jack-o'-lantern and skeleton like themed advertisements that they've had, which is so funny to me because I'm like, it is May, but alas. Wow, I love when my camera says it has half an hour battery and then jumps down to. All right, if the lighting and angle are different, no they aren't. My camera definitely did not die in the middle of filming. But the last stop that we made was to At Home in Carmel Mountain, and they didn't have any Halloween. They were pretty full swing into their summer and their 4th of July collections, which, no shade if that's what you're into, but not what I'm into and not what we're here for. This was very unsurprising because my location, this is actually the only location of At Home stores that like I personally know where it is in person, typically tends to get stuff later than other people that I see on the internet. Like, I feel like we're always late to the game. So I was definitely not surprised that we didn't have any Halloween started, especially because what I have seen online has just been like literally like end caps and like the tiniest bit started. Whereas here, it didn't even look like they were starting to clear stuff out just yet. Like, they're doing summer right now. So, that's that. So definitely a very like minimal Halloween hunting video, but I kind of like the low-key vibe of that, because like the fact that it's May and we have any Halloween hunting at all is very unusual and very odd. So I'm not bothered by it that we didn't have a massive, hunt this month. I'm definitely curious to see how drastically that changes throughout June. But we'll find out in a few weeks, because, of course, this kicks off the monthly Halloween hunts that we're gonna do. There are some people who literally do, like, weekly uploads of these, and it just could not be me. I do not have that kind of time or energy or schedule, which is fine. I'm not doing this full time. Subscribe, so maybe that'll change, but, no, so I'm just going to do my monthly Halloween hunts, and especially because, like I said, I'm just so disillusioned with the whole consumerism thing right now. I don't necessarily want to, like, feel the need to go out every week and, like, show you all the new stuff you can buy, because it's, like, maybe just be happy with what you already have, or, like, only pick up stuff you really love and don't feel like you have to have a whole new collection of Halloween stuff every season, because fuck, all their spooky YouTubers definitely make it feel like that. And that's definitely not the case. That's not normal or sustainable or attainable. And like, no shade if you do enjoy buying stuff. Just maybe consider being more mindful about what you do buy. But thank you guys so much for watching. I had a blast hanging out with y'all. See you next month.